This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Good Wednesday morning. Welcome to Around Kansas. I'm Deb Goodrich. I want to give a shout out to a couple of folks before we get too far into the show this morning. Susan Bunyan and her handsome husband Bill down in Dodge City. I ran into them the other day, and they are fans of the show, and they share it with folks, and it cracked me up. She said she went into one of her meetings and asked, does everyone here watch Around Kansas? And 99% of them said yes. So you go, girl. And the other thing I wanted to say about Susan is she shared the video that we did from Chuck Mead and the Grassy Knoll Boys, one of her groups that came over to the house to meet. She said, have you seen this? This is the I Ain't Been Nowhere Man that Chuck and the Grassy Knoll Boys did as a takeoff on Hank Snow's I've Been Everywhere Man. She said that she played it for them. They had not seen it before, and they were so tickled that they wanted her to play it again. So, kudos, Susan. You're the fan of the week, maybe the fan of the month here, maybe the fan of the year, but we sure do appreciate you. Another fan that I want to give a shout out to is Laura Gillette down in Pampa, Texas. And, of course, they watch online. And I want to just give a shout out to Laura, who I hope is going to be my co-host one of these days. Appreciate all our fans, and let us hear from you, and let us hear your stories about how you share Around Kansas with the buddies. Well, you can see there's a couple of pumpkins in the background here. You really can't see them all, but has this country always been this in love with pumpkins or what? It's like build a pumpkin and they will come. I swear they're everywhere, but I can't get enough. I'm just as bad as anybody else. And my friend Joanne Vancouver, and the pumpkin spice latte coffee creamer, she loves it so much that she puts it in the ice cube trays and freezes it so that she's got the little individual servings to drop in her coffee after the pumpkin season is over. So she is rejoicing this time of year, and there's nothing better than sitting down to a pumpkin spice latte cup of coffee. Have you seen the meme about the pumpkin spice gasoline and all the other pumpkin spice things you can get this time of year? I'm a sucker. I'd go for it. I'd totally go for it. Well, there's so many things going on, and of course this has been a wonky season and may get wonkier before COVID-19 is just a part of our past, and that day can't come soon enough. But there are still some things that you can get out and do. And visit kc.com, visit kansascity.com, has a list of haunted houses that you can tour. And you can do drive-bys on these if they're not open, because most of these are just public places there in Kansas City that you might drive by every day if you live in that community and didn't realize what ghosts they have. So we got some cool haunting stories for you today, a real special one coming up at the end of the show. So stay with us.
In 1821, a trade route was opened from Missouri in the United States across prairies and mountains to Mexico. In 2021, we will mark 200 years of epic conflicts and grand adventures, larger-than-life personalities, and sweeping landscapes. Join us on an historic journey. The Santa Fe Trail lives on.
Find us on social media or santafetrail.org.
Okay, looks like it's time for our tour. Welcome to the Fort Wallace Museum. Here at the museum, you're going to find some really interesting stuff, like our replica stagecoach from the Butterfield Overland Dispatch. We've got facades from the fort buildings. We've got an 1870s flag. There's a plesiosaur that was discovered locally. We've got the Ray pump organ collection. We're a little bitty place with a great big story, and we'd love to have you.